Assalamu alaikum. Let's cook. So a white man impersonating a cop in Aiken County, South Carolina, kidnapped a black woman and she escaped. Thanks to the help of a black man by the name of Anthony Moore. Check it out, y'all.
Listen to this. A truck driver in Georgia saved a woman recently. She was running down a rural road in handcuffs after she says she was trying to escape a man who tried to kidnap her.
Yeah, so terrifying, right? That incident was captured on Anthony Moore's dash camera. Liz Owens has the story.
Aiken County 911.
Hey, we got a girl over here running for her life.
So I believe God held me up with those preceding things to be at that appointed place at that time with that dash cam.
Anthony Moore spends a lot of time on the road. He's on the road now, sharing the story behind the video.
It had to been around close to break of daylight, 7 o'clock, somewhere close to that area.
He was driving along Williston Road when suddenly a young woman ran out near Boggy Gut Road.
But she would run on one side of the road, try to run over there, run to the other side of the road, try to run over there. She said, help me, help me, help me. He's trying to kidnap me.
Investigators later identified the driver as 39-year-old Jonathan Willard of New Ellington.
So when she got to my side of my door, he pulled up beside and said, I'm law enforcement. He didn't show me the badge. He just held it up. Just held it up sideways. And he said, I'm with law enforcement. And she just jumped out of my car. And she said, no, I didn't. You trying to kidnap me.
Another driver stopped to help, calling 911 as he walked up.
That man trying to run her over? He was trying to run her over when I came up. Right now, I'm on the phone with the cops now. Yeah, your handcuffs on her. He can't be legit because... Hell no, he's in a damn white Cadillac, right?
Anthony says the Cadillac took off, leaving the young woman with them on the roadside.
Here, you want to come sit on this little hill right here? You need to sit down. I'm afraid you're going to pass out. I wish I had a way to get these damn things off of you.
Can she remember what he was wearing?
Oh, I got him. I got the handcuffs off.
And I said, do you have a phone? And can we call somebody other than 911? And they sending the cops and the rescue squad. She said, he has my phone and my diploma. I said, your diploma? She said, yes, I just graduated yesterday. And she was just frantic. She wasn't talking like I'm talking to you now.
The young woman told dispatch she wanted to stay at her dad's house after graduating on Thursday. She was walking home to her mom's the next morning when a greenish-white Cadillac DeVille stopped her near the corner of Banks Mill Road and Club Drive.
She said that car came out of some kind of apartments on the road where she was walking. And he ran up to her and say, I'm with the cops, and I got to take you in. He handcuffed and threw in the back seat. I said, well, and I said, where was this? She said, way on North Aiken side. I said, and he brought you way out here? She said, yeah, and he pulled in that road, and she said, he left his door open, and when he was fumbling around in the trunk, and that's when I jumped out of the car and ran out in the highway, and that's when I saw it.
She ran for her life. So the man that helped her, Anthony Moore, said that an officer pulled him aside, said, listen, you definitely saved her life. They say the suspect had cut the chain off of a fence, and they believe he was taking her down that remote side road. The suspect, Jonathan Willard, is now facing charges of impersonating a law enforcement officer.
Okay, y'all see it. And you know what? I think that news anchor lady was wrong. She said Georgia. That's South Carolina. But anyway, man, really messed up situation. Big shout out to that brother Anthony Moore. And big shout out to that young woman, that young black woman, for continuing to fight and seeing the opportunity and getting up out of there. She picked up on it. It was a little late, but she finally did pick up on it. I hope people get it, man. It's real. It's real out in the streets, man. This guy here, what do you think he was going to do to her, man? Her family would have never seen her again. He was definitely one of them Mayo monsters. He was taking her to a dungeon, Silence of the Lambs type, and probably torture her till she's gone. He wouldn't have done nothing good with her. You know what he would have did, man. Mayo monster down in Aiken County, South Carolina. I bet he's done this before. And there are many more of these guys out there waiting, trying to snatch a woman up. Big shout out to her for being a fighter. Again, like I said, she figured it out kind of late, but when she did, she got moving. Big Big shout out to that brother Anthony Moore, man. I'm glad you were there, Anthony Moore. This guy was trying to run her over when she got out and started running away. And all this girl was doing was walking from her mother's house to her father's house, or vice versa, from her father's house back to her mother's house. It's that serious for women out there walking alone, man, even in broad daylight. It's that serious for men. You know what I'm saying? But it's easier to get a woman. Everybody knows that. It's easier to get a woman, man. Easier, even if she knows what she's doing. You know what I'm saying? And this guy here, he took advantage of her lack of life experiences, her fear. You know, she's young. Maybe she just graduated high school, maybe college, maybe JUCO. I don't know, but she was definitely young. You know what I'm saying? She could have been, what, 17, 18? She could have been 22. I don't know. You know what I mean? But she made a big mistake getting into that guy's car who said he was a police officer driving a Cadillac. You know, like what police officer drives a Cadillac? But I also understand, you know, she's young, scared, the police, confused. She don't know what to do. She's black in South Carolina. Black folks are scared to death of white people in South Carolina. They know their place. You know what I'm saying? So I could see how a young person could slip up. You know what I mean? If a white man said police get in, I don't think it would have worked on all young people at all. I don't think so, but I could see how it can for some. You know, this is deep right here, man. This is really deep. This is messed up. People, stay on point. You know, situational awareness, proactive thinking. These guys are out there snatching women up, man. You know, she got out of there with handcuffs on. He was really trying to take her back to his cave, man. This is what's going down. Guys like this, sometimes he may have been working with a group, an organization, who knows? You know what I mean? Maybe he heard about something. Oh, if you get a black girl here, we'll give you this. And he probably wasn't all prepared, probably, you know, high off the drugs that he's on, and figured, oh, let me try it. They get this type of information and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And if they really cared, which they don't, if they really wanted to get to the bottom of something, which we know they don't, they need to hold this guy. Well, they would hold this guy and press serious time on him, but allow him to snitch and tell on the rest of the people, okay? Because there's more of these Mayo monsters out here. It's a cell of them, you know what I'm saying? But they won't do that. They won't do that. But people, man, what do you think about this situation right here? What do you think he was going to do with her? You know what I mean? What do you all think? How would we have eventually heard about this story? Get in the comments, people. Easy.